Lindsay.
And my name is Caitlin. Welcome to the third episode of our podcast titled Apparel Business.
We've got our eyes on it. This week we're going to take a look at an article we discovered in Forbes magazine by Janine Pogge. In this article titled Fashion Deflation, Pogge has some good news for shoppers in the midst of the economic downturn.
For fall 2009, industry experts are expecting lower clothing prices and not just sporadic promotional sales. Manufacturers are trying to anticipate consumers' tighter budgets and avoid the drastic markdowns that characterized most of 2008. As a result, retailers will plan to cut prices as much as 30%.
With a make-it-or-break-it attitude, manufacturers are planning to make do with lower profit margins and, in turn, are passing along the cuts to consumers. Popular manufacturers Lacoste, Coach, and Joe's Jeans are just some of the clothing makers that are planning on making these cuts.
Robert Siegel, chairman and chief executive of Lacoste, said, "Price cuts do not mean a cut in quality. We are taking it out of our own margins in an attempt to be more consumer-friendly." Even high-end fashion designers such as Monique Lillier are planning to produce lower-priced products. While her dresses usually sell for between $3,000 to $7,000, she will offer several gowns for only $2,500.
In the retail sector, instead of lowering prices on current inventory, boutiques and majors alike are planning to begin offering lines at a more accessible price tag. Eugene Fram, professor of marketing at Rochester Institute of Technology, believes that other retailers will continue this trend. In his opinion, retailers that have been able to stay above the red will be forced to discount in order to stay on par with struggling stores' prices.
According to Jennifer Black, founder and president of the research firm Jennifer Black & Associates, notes that designers see the writing on the wall and realize they cannot achieve the same margins. Those days of 40 to 60% margins are over. Consumers are savvier.
In order to maintain the perceived value and brand equity, retailers and designers will not be broadcasting their reduced prices. Unless you are an extremely brand loyal customer, you may not even notice the decrease.
However, not all brands feel the need to lower their prices. Luxury players such as Louis Vuitton, Cartier, Hermes, and Burberry recognize that luxury is all about perceived value. If you lower prices, you take away the wow factor, which is what defines luxury.
Since tomorrow, March 20th, is the first day of spring, we have decided to share some of the latest spring trends from men, women, and women's accessories right off of the runways.
Stay tuned! One of the biggest women's trends of the season is bright colors. From bold brights to shocking neon, color is big this season. Some designers that incorporated this trend into their spring 2009 collections include John Galliano and Carolina Herrera.
One-shoulder and asymmetrical necklines were all over the spring runways and the red carpet this season. Clearly, designers know the power of flaunting a sexy shoulder or a single collarbone. Such designers include Emmanuel Ungaro and Jill Sanders.
Designers such as Gucci and Ralph Lauren are showing a little jungle love this season with a multitude of safari-inspired clothing and accessories. Look for modern takes on safari jackets, dresses, and shorts, as well as African and animal prints, wooden jewelry, and various shades of brown and khaki.
Tiers of feminine ruffles continue to be a hot trend among designers Nanette Lepore and Chanel, just to name a few. Whether you wear them outrageously oversized or soft and subtle, ruffles will add a flouncy feminine touch to your look this season.
Jewelry in the 2009 collections took many and various forms. However, there were a few common threads among them, including geometric shapes, exotic and ethnic inspirations, rich colors with prominent stones and gems. These statement pieces are from designers Christian Dior and Valentino.
While shoe trends in previous seasons have been all about the moves from stiletto to chunky heels to wedges and back again, the current trend is something new entirely. The heel is no longer just a structural support of the shoe, it's a feature. Christian Dior's carved tribal figures makes for an intriguing heel details. Alexander McQueen's heels get curly, and Marc Jacobs architectural.
Whether bold and flashy or subtle and neutral, metallics shine on as a big trend this season for designers, including Gucci and Fendi. Look for sparkling silver, gold, and copper to adorn clothing and accessories at every price range.
Now let's take a look at the men's collections. Shades of beige and flesh tone nudes wore a signature look across men's and women's collections on the spring runways, appearing in every designer collection, seen here in the collections of Alexander McQueen and Salvatore Ferragamo. Layer on various shades to create a quietly chic look like the ones shown above, or pair your neutrals with some of the season's bold brights.
Emerging trends for 2009 will showcase gradient tones in their perfect color scheme. The 2009 palette contains brighter shades of dark purple, indigo, and blue, replacing the grays and browns. This concept is displayed here by Salvatore Ferragamo and Alexander McQueen.
A key trend that made an appearance on many of the spring's runways are cropped, rolled up, hiked up, and capri pants. The Marc Jacobs collection presented great American sportswear and grunge looks with sophistication. Well, that's it for this episode of Apparel Business.
We've got our eyes on it. We hope you've enjoyed our sneak peek at spring's runway trends.